Hot 937, Hartford's #1 hip hop and R&B. It's your man DJ Michi, the Black Kennedy, live and direct, man. Friday vibes. I got a special guest in the building with me tonight. Elm City, New Haven is here. Big New Haven is in the building. ACP Trig, what up, my boy?
What's that deal, my boy? What's that deal?
How you feeling, my brother?
I mean, I feel good. Great day to start the weekend.
Absolutely.
Week off.
Mm-hmm.
Long weekend last week.
Listen, man, we've been talking about this for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Time.
Wanting to tap in and, you know what I'm saying, really get you up here on this show and get you to talk to the people, man.
Let's go.
You know, for everybody that's just tuning in, we got ACP Trig in the building. You made that DJ Michi list. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you.
This past December, man, and I just wanted to make sure that I get everybody that I put on the list on this because, you know, it's one thing to put it out there to let people know who they should be tapping in with, but I feel like you need to come up here and really talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? So, congratulations on everything, man. Everything that you got going on. I know you got a project floating out there. You got singles going crazy. You got visuals going crazy.
I just dropped a visual Friday called Your Honor. It's a single.
Yep.
My boy BTK, you know who that is?
Yeah.
He's from him, but you know he's floating through New York. He did his thing. I appreciate him on that.
Yep. So salute to you, man. You got a lot going on, and you know, for everybody that's just tuning in, getting to know who you are, let's take it from the beginning.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
If you don't know, it's your boy ACP Trig. I'm from New Haven, Connecticut. I've been rapping since I was 16, so it's been a long up and down process with this. It's from starting to now to you know grasping the good, the bad, and I really love like making music. Like you know, some people that like do it for other reasons, and like one of the most reasons I started making music, and my brother passed away 2017.
Okay.
And like that was just the other gateway to life that I didn't know, you know, I had, and I've been riding with it ever since.
Okay. So like even before, you know, being inspired, you know, from that event, and then, you know, who was you listening to around that time that might have inspired you to like really do the music thing?
Lil Baby, that's my favorite artist.
Yeah.
Like, favorite artist. Future too, but like Future, you know,
is
like a different era.
Right.
Than like Lil Baby. He different.
Okay.
Different.
And I know you call yourself the Trench Baby, you know what I'm saying, and all that, the Trench Talk.
I swear.
You know what I mean? You know, I saw that one of one?
101, yeah.
101 video. It went viral. It was crazy. It was all over the place.
That was one of my top tracks I dropped in the summertime. And
I thought it was dope because you was talking. You was talking what you was talking, you know what I'm saying? But in the video, it's like you morphed your face to like all of these ghosts, all of these legends.
Thank you. You said that though. He my engineer, but he comes with a lot of different stuff. His Dre guy, he was like, yo, the track called 101. Like I'm like, yeah, 101. So when I pulled up to the studio, he like, yo, look at this right quick. I'm like, what the hell you just did with my face? Like, what you just did with my face? Yeah. And then you see Jay-Z was up there, Kodak, Lil Baby. Yeah. I'm like, yo, you different. And I'm like, you think they gonna get the concept? Right. Like we gonna see. Right. And that was the first thing I showed it to my niece. She ain't like it. Like, what's that on your face, Uncle? I'm like, you gotta watch. I brought it down to her. But other than that, though, everybody gave a lot of good feedback. And thanks to him on that. Shout out Drake guy.
And I felt like even with what you was talking about, like it serves as a statement. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing for you to just obviously salute the one of ones. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, and all that. But like kind of like I'm stamping that like I'm coming into the game. I'm gonna be one of them ones.
You got to hold the end of the bargain. That's what I try to do. That's why I try to stay heavy on it.
So what makes you ACP Trig one of one?
I'm gonna try to say this humble as possible. It's like, nah, real talk.
You don't got to be humble up here, son.
No,
you can talk up here.
That's me though. You know. Yeah. Like when I started rapping in the town, like the way I started rapping, as far as like I brought the melodic sound and the melodic delivery, the auto tune. Some people don't know what the melodic is. Yep. You started seeing a lot of people like branching onto that, and I give it to them. Like, you know, I don't like to toot my own horn if I don't need to. Right. But they know what it is, and like I feel like I gave that that little lane to New Haven, to Connecticut, to the ones who know what I'm talking about, like, you know. And my delivery is different. Like my flow, like you see that is one of one. Right. So I try to sum that up all in one and put that into that little category right there.
That's hard. Now I know you said that you just dropped a new single. You know what I'm saying? Your Honor, talk to me about this record.
Your Honor, it was a lot of emotions into this record. Like a lot I've been dealing with as far as like my son, his mom, what I've been going through, getting back up and like striving for it. I don't think you know. 2000, fuck, my bad. I got shot like last year, 2 days before my birthday. Like,
Oh wow.
and it was like a big setback for me. Like big setback emotionally, physically, financially. Like I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like
Right.
you feel me? So like everybody like you get in the studio, but from the outside of things, they don't know how hard it is being an artist when you got like real life
Mm-hmm.
stuff going on. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to get behind that mic and put on this not facade, but this image they want to see
Oh yeah.
when it's not all right up here.
Right.
So like it took me what like 4 months, and that's where the 101 came about as well.
Mm-hmm.
It took like 4 months for me to like get comfortable making music again, comfortable being in my being in my mode again, rather than doing it because somebody else wanted me to do it. So
Right.
like with this track, it was a lot of vulnerability that you can hear in it, a lot of pain and a lot of trench talk. I mentioned a lot going on to it. So if you haven't heard of this out on YouTube right now, it will be out on all platforms soon. So you go subscribe to ACP Trig.
Well, I mean, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying, I want to say, you know, I'm glad to see
Yeah.
you here. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to see, you know, we sit next to each other. I think it's a testament to your story. You know, and I definitely relate. I've been shot as well. I've gone through some of those similar situations where, you know, especially being an artist or being a creative, sometimes you feel like you're going on a trajectory where you feel like things is going a certain way, and then that one event happens, that one thing happens, and it kind of, like you said, sets you back. You know what I'm saying? And not just a setback in the sense of like, okay, now I got to get my health back, or I got to get you know, I gotta survive this situation. But it's more like people don't even understand mentally where that takes you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that like it's a very important thing to talk about, because I think a lot of people can relate to it. So I feel like now, knowing that about your story and listening to your music, it makes me even want to now ask you, like, what does the music do to you now, going through those things that you went through? Like, is it like therapeutic to you at this point, or
it's pretty much like all in one, if that sums up to your question. Like it's therapeutic, it's motivational, it's inspiring to myself, because like I said before, I have a son. He just turned 2 December 6th. And like
blessing?
like knowing that I can get us to where not only I want to be, but give him that future and that life he deserved on a right note, rather than like, you know, like I said, I come from a tough neighborhood, being on the corner, stuff like that. I don't want that for my son.
Right.
Like, and I'm not just saying that because in front of the camera. Like I don't even like showing him the outlooks of the trenches, because like all kids don't have to see that.
They don't have to
Like,
have
you
that
feel me?
experience.
Like, and like when I be on the game with my friends and they be going back and forth, like the ones that do come from good families and don't, like it's not a bad thing to come from a good family. Like I think that we get that narrative that we black and we gotta struggle.
Oh yeah.
I don't want my son to struggle,
Right.
because I had to, and that shit sucks.
Right.
You feel me?
Yep.
Like,
That's real.
yeah.
That's real. Now talk to me about, you know, 2024. We here. We on to a new zone, a new year, new energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving the story. I'm loving how the story's unfolding. You know what I'm saying? Hearing the new music. Like, talk to me about what this year is looking like for you.
It's looking great. It's looking great, and that's how puzzles, like, you know how you get a puzzle and you see the picture. It's just about putting everything together. And my biggest promise and goal I want to make to my supporters and my fans, that I just gotta stay consistent and confident on the right note.
Right.
Like, and once I do that, the music speaks for itself, and the image behind that is gonna unravel the way that they wanted to get me to that next level.
Now I want to talk to, because now it's like, I feel like us talking right now is shifting me, right? It's shifting the way that I want to speak about your story and your journey now,
Let's talk to him.
Because of me now knowing the things that you went through, like something like that tragically, because again, like I said, I can relate to it. Now it makes me think, like, you know, what do you do? What outside of just the music, right? Like, what are the things that you're doing for yourself to get yourself to that next level? Because I think one thing is, you can have all the talent in the world, you can have all the connections in the world, you can have all of these things in the world, but like if you're not working on yourself and making sure that you're right, it don't even matter because you're not even gonna get to that next level. So like being in the place that you are now, knowing the stuff that you went through, not trying to do that stuff anymore or be around that type of energy anymore. It's like, what are you doing now to make sure that you stay on that straight and narrow path?
First and foremost, I'm trying to stay on track of my mental health. That's first and foremost. Because not only did I got shot, like my story is crazy. Like, and that's why I'm glad I'm here with you. And we're gonna get to that further down the interview. Like, I got laced when I first started rapping. When I was 16. Like, it was I would say more tragic than me getting shot because like I didn't know what was going on. And like as I was rising, I don't think you seen like the past what was that, the broccoli around that era when I was first shifting and going up. I was around the wrong crowd, around people that didn't want to see me win, but I thought I was like good around them, and it just all start going left, start going left, start going left. So like I went through a lot with my family. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of people that I thought that I needed, and I didn't. They wasn't supposed to be around me.
Right.
So first and foremost, I'm trying to stay on track of my mental health, trying to watch my surroundings. As I watch my surroundings, not get too like emotional on the people that I want to stay. That's not meant to be in my future. If that's making sense to you, and that's what I've been struggling with because the love I have for people runs deep. Like, but it's like they gonna either help me grow or pull me back.
Right. Nah, that's real. Now you had the album One of None.
Yeah.
2024.
That was. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yep.
But that was my statement. That was my statement project. Due to me, going through me being shot and going through not dropping in almost a year. Like, and like people tend to forget. And I say that multiple times because they tend to forget or the good, and then once the not even bad, but once the like downhill start going, there goes the how can I say it? The negativity, like the negative, he don't got it no more, the he not the same no more, or he falling off, like due to everybody not knowing what's really going on up here.
Right.
So that was just a little 10 tracks, and I got a lot more that's coming this year. We just getting everything unraveled the right way.
Okay. Well, I think that's what like where we at in a society, right? Like we quick to count people out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because either they backslide real quick or like something happens in their life, we quick to be like, oh yeah, they done. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that we're like that as a society. You know what I'm saying? Because we should be supportive and loving each other and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that especially even in hip hop and the culture of hip hop, everybody wants to do this. Everybody wants to jump in this arena. They don't want to do the work, but they want to act like and say that they want to do it.
And I think that's the biggest problem.
Right.
That's the biggest problem because not only can they do it, it's like they would see the outlet right there, and everybody just want to be the plug. Like everybody wants to be the top dog when it's certain positions to help that top dog help you be a top dog, but you're not even seeing that,
right?
Because like the negativity, the hate, the regular black scenario, and that sucks to say that because as a whole, when we lock in and we come together, we're unfuckwittable.
Right.
Like, not real talk.
That's a fact. Now talk to me about New Haven, man. New Haven, I've been moving around in New Haven. I've been tapping in with a lot of artists. It seems like New Haven has, I always tell people, New Haven just has a culture. Like there's a super culture out there. There's a lot of artists that are doing amazing things, putting out amazing music.
Yes.
Like, talk to me about the culture in New Haven.
It's different. It's different. I give you that, and it's great, but we just got to come together the right way.
Right.
Like, not on no hating and I want to do this because he want to do it. We all got to come together the right way. And like I said before, the puddles everybody got, stay in your position, stay in your spot. And honestly, New Haven is probably one of the dopest, toughest, illest, trenchiest spots to come from when it comes to this music. And you got people that's not even broadcasting they talent due to being overshadowed or they think they not good enough, But like I was saying, just play your position, just wait your turn, and
Right.
everything is going to unravel.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Now, what's your top 5? Like, give me your top 5
shit.
artists in New Haven.
Oh shit. Including myself, or
You can put yourself in there.
I ain't gonna do that. Top 5. It's hard.
And
It's hard.
this is like your favorite,
Yeah,
like
my
the people
favorite.
you rock with.
I gotta give it to my boy Kari. I don't think you know
TSB
him.
Kari?
Yeah, TSB
Yes, sir.
Kari.
That's my guy.
That's one of my favorite.
Yep.
Um,
I need some music, son. Where the music at?
We working. We actually working on a project right now.
Okay.
We working on a hard project.
Fire.
But that's one right there. He haven't dropped in a while when I'm on him, but he's the reason why. Like, I got this demeanor to me. That's Lay. I gotta give it to him.
Yeah.
Lay. That nigga Lay on Instagram. He got a drop too.
Okay.
Ty Henney.
Yep.
I gotta give it to Ty Henney.
That's my guy.
And upcoming, Bino. That's one of my favorite right now. Lord Bino.
Okay.
And last one. This honest opinion. This is me when I wake up and I see like they got it. I gotta give it to my boy PD Crack.
Okay.
I got to.
It's New Haven right there. Y'all better tap in with New Haven, man. You know, you name some artists that you rock with. I know you got like a ACP Records, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got artists under that?
No, this is me. It's only me as of right now. Of right now. Things.
Are you looking for artists or?
Nah, I was looking for artists, and that was probably my biggest problem because I'm not even fit yet. If that makes sense. Like, how can I try to help somebody else and I'm barely helping myself? Like, you know.
Exactly. I mean, you can start to build it now. You know what I'm saying, and then once you break into, you know what I'm saying, and now you got your lane to be able to now bring everybody else in. Yeah. So I definitely feel that.
And before I was like doing myself, like I was just trying to branch off and try to get everybody, and that was the message I was getting from them. Like, nah, bro, just chill, take your time, and when the time is right, you know, we're here for you. And Kari, that's my favorite. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah,
like,
Kari's dope.
Like, even
Super
like the
talented.
process when we create music is different from when I create with any other artist, and I'm not really a big fan of features. Like, I just haven't been like. But with him, it's like I'm in there with myself. Like that's the vibe and energy we got.
Now, being from Connecticut, I think that to be honest, as far as just my opinion on it, I feel like we're very spoiled.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say that because we're in the middle of two big markets, right? But speaking of artists, I think that, you know, artists always say that there's certain things that are missing, certain things that Connecticut needs. You know, knowing that you've been doing this for years now, you know, what are some things that I always like to ask an artist, like, if there was something that you feel like Connecticut needs, like what do you think Connecticut needs?
I know you hear this a lot, and it's true. Originality, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like,
meaning like it's too many artists sounding the same.
No, too many artists from New Haven and Connecticut trying to sound like different boroughs from different spots. Like the Atlanta, not even the Atlanta, the New York drill.
Yeah.
The Chicago drill, rather than tapping in
that Detroit sound. You're hearing a lot of that.
Sound, like, you know, tapping into the New Haven and what we got, or the originality, create something. Be the first to create rather than go bandwag what Detroit got going on. They already set.
Right.
New York got going on. They already set. You feel me? And that's what I think the biggest problem is. Like,
so having the experiences that you've had, what do you feel like a Connecticut sound could be?
It's hard.
Right.
It's hard because they so used to branching off to different boroughs, branching off to different sounds. I never really heard a Connecticut sound, and that's coming from me. And like, you know,
and it might be like it might be a bad thing that to me maybe it's a bad thing that we so spoiled being in two big markets.
Bad. That's very
because
bad.
we adopt what we feel like is popping because it's right there.
No, and instead of creating our own lane, and the same thing that we look at to them, what do you think that's gonna happen to us? Like, you know, they're gonna see a wave. Oh, nah, what's this going on over here in CT? What's this going on in New Haven, West Haven, the Hartford? Like, what's going on? And they had to wave the little dumbing out. That was hard. But nobody continued to ride that train.
Right.
You know, like Snowper too. I ain't mentioned her, but that's one of my favorite as well. That little wave they had. See what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, that's real. That's real. Now, this is the Up Next show. You know what I'm saying? What we do is each and every Friday night, midnight, we play a whole hour of up-and-coming artists, from tri-state area, Connecticut, of course. You got MASH, you got
live too.
Long Island, you got Rhode Island, you got Philly, you got New York, and giving them the platform to be heard, man, especially Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? What does Up Next mean to you, and why would somebody say that you're up next?
The meaning to me is, first off, I appreciate it. That's first off. To me, even being in the mentions, humbly speaking, and also like I just got that drive, that up next. You got to show up to the table. You gotta give them what they've been wanting. And the reason why I would say I'm up next is because the originality that I bring to the table, my performance, my delivery, my flows, like the comfortability when I have getting behind the mic, the comfortability when and I know what I'm doing with myself,
right? Like
with the business aspect, with everything that comes. This all entertainment comes behind the entertainment, like business. Like I know where I'm headed. I know where I'm headed.
You heard it, man. Connecticut, ACP Trig, New Haven, Connecticut, man. We appreciate you for tapping in and coming through to the show. Where can they find you at? Where can they get your music at?
ACP Trig. You can find me on all streaming platforms, all social medias under ACP Trig. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Instagram. I'm not on TikTok yet. We're working on that.
Don't be up there doing no dances, yo.
What you mean?
Nah, I get
it. But yeah, every streaming site, you could look me up on ACP Trig. It's gonna be there.
Fire. Let's get into your new joint, man. I'm gonna let you introduce it.
It's my new joint is Your Honor.
Yes, sir. You know where you heard it first, man. It's Hot 937.